Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to Madden NFL 2005 Magicians franchise.
Yes, and we're nearing the end. We're going to be playing the Super Bowl game today.
Yes, but before we get started, we wanted to show what we mean by Madden 05 defensive AI play calling is terrible, even if Madden 05 defensive players play better.
Yeah, because what's happening here is that I'm playing against Baltimore.
Yep.
And they are, on paper, actually a pretty good team. They were rated 91 in both offense and defense.
Yep,
overall.
so they're one of the stronger non-all Madden teams in the league.
That's right. And so if you look at the yard markers, you'll see that it's third down and about 6.
Yep.
Okay. And of course, at about the 9-yard line or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
I'm at the 9-yard line. I have to get to about the 5, I guess, or 4-yard line in order to get a first down.
Yep.
I think I have to go across the 5-yard line to the 4.
Fair enough.
Anyway, what I did was I brought out my new jumbo ace formation. So it's basically 4 tight ends because the guy in the left tight end position on the inside there is Adam Parkman.
Of course.
The fullback, because of course, they don't allow you to put 4 tight ends on the field. So I go with my biggest and brawniest fullback.
Yep.
And then
who is almost as big as the left tackle beside him.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, this is primarily a running formation, but I do have a couple of pass plays out of it.
Yep.
And this is one that I actually laughed because the Hawks there put their quarter defense out on the field.
Yep.
And of course, the most appropriate thing to do when you put 7 defensive backs on the field is, of course, blitz everybody.
Of course.
Right? Because that's what you do, right? So anyway, this play is what I call the curls play. Yep. out of the single back jumbo. And so I've got the 2 outside tight ends running 2.5-yard curls.
Yep.
And the 2 inside tight ends running 4-yard curls.
Yep.
And the halfback, who I motioned out to the left, running I audibled him to a medium curl because I had to draw the curl play one way or the other. Yep. And I drew it as basically an 8-yard curl.
Yep.
Well, what are those? 1 square is 2.5, so
yeah, 1 square is 2.5.
Yeah, 7.5, 8-yard curl, right? That's what I drew it as to the right. But since I moved him to the left here, I had to do a quick hot route audible to make him run that same pattern, just more appropriately on the left.
Yep.
But if you look in the middle of the field here, like they're literally bringing everybody, right? Like they're blitzing everybody. And so I've got my choice of 5 different receivers that are all wide open that I could throw this ball to, right?
Yeah, like they even sent the safety from way back, right?
Yeah, that's right. They only had 3 guys in coverage and like one on each side in the end zone and 1 guy in the middle. And there's no one anywhere near 4 of these receivers, right? And so, of course, I threw it to the first guy to turn around, who happened to be Easley.
Yep. And I do believe he was the first guy to turn around, too, because he's the quickest.
Yeah. And so I threw it to him, and then he turns around and easily runs into the end zone because number 24 there's blitzing, and he's already overrun the coverage, right?
Yep. He's way out of position.
So that was a very easy touchdown, and it was mainly because of
a terrible play calling decision.
An extremely inappropriate play call, right? If I'm not going to disagree with them putting the quarter defense out here. If it's an obvious passing situation, maybe against you, it's not so good an idea to put the quarter defense out in this situation, but against me, I'm perfectly okay with that. But what I would be doing right now is I would even play like a cover 2 with 6 across short zones, or even even a 3 deep zone with 5 across short zones or something, right? Like to try and, because it's an obvious passing situation and there's going to be no long passes thrown here because, you're too close to the end zone to throw anything more than about a 15 or 20-yard pass, right? And it'll be, even short zone defenders would be able to react and move back to break up a play like that. So what I would do is I would guard, and I would use coverage, and I would guard against, short and medium passes, right? I wouldn't bring everybody on the blitz like this. That's insane.
Which is exactly what they do.
Yeah. And I can't actually picture in my head any scenario where this defensive play call is going to work, right?
Yeah, it's a terrible play and a terrible play call.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I can't even see myself sending 8 guys out of the quarter ever anyways, because why would you line up in the quarter if you were going to send 8 guys?
Yeah. Well, and you know what? You average something like 6 sacks a game, usually with mainly a 3-man rush.
That's right. There are very rare situations where I'll send up to 6 guys, and usually when I'm sending that many guys, I'm not necessarily trying to generate a pass rush. What I'm trying to do is stuff the run.
Yeah, usually you do that when you're in a goal line situation,
right.
from your 1 or 2 yard line.
That's right.
Yeah.
Inside the 5.
Whereas I commonly send 4. I usually use a 4-man pass rush, and I will occasionally send 5 or 6 if I think the situation demands it, right?
Yeah.
Again, usually to try and stop a run play. If I'm like really expecting a run, but generally speaking, like it's a 4-man rush, in from a number of different formations. And the reason for it is you need those 7 or 8 guys back in coverage. Otherwise, the offense will pick you apart through the air, which is what happened here.
Yes, this isn't Madden 03 where you can send 8 and get through the A gap instantly and sack the quarterback.
Yeah. Well, anyway, got one more thing to show off here, so we'll pause briefly.
All right. And we're back with replay number 2.
Yes, and this is basically how you should set up a blitz. Okay, if you're going to send a blitz, you don't, send ridiculous number of players. You should target one particular area on the offense
and try to open it up.
Try to open it up. And what this is it's my I'm playing with the Crusaders in the practice league, of course, against the Bad Men.
Yep.
And this is my 146 dime package here, right?
Yep.
But you'll notice that I have 1 down lineman lined up over the center, and then I've got 4 linebackers on the line.
Yep.
But essentially, I play variations of this type of scheme with with more linemen as well, and essentially, I play like a 5-man line most of the time, right?
Yeah, well, this is functionally a dime defense, right? Like a 4-man line dime defense.
Yeah. And so what I'm doing here, of course, is I'm sending the outside linebacker, and I'm also sending the 2 inside linebackers and the guy playing the defensive tackle position there.
Yep.
And everyone else, I'm playing 5 man-to-man underneath 2 deep safeties, and I'm pressing. Because this is a passing situation as well. And what I want to do is hold up the receivers on the line and give one of those 3 linebackers on the right-hand side of the screen there, starting from the center, a chance to beat a block and get into the backfield and pressure the quarterback.
Right.
So when we start this, you'll notice that I engage the center, and then you have the 2 linebackers to my left who are going to be picked up by the guard and the tackle on that side. And you'll see that quite often what they do is they'll try to make a move to the inside and squirm through those gaps.
Yep.
And you'll notice that the right outside linebacker there, who is in man coverage on the halfback, the halfback stays into block, so he also joins into the pass rush.
Yep.
And occupies the left tackle, right? And he also sort of caused number 75 there, the left guard, to freeze for a second as well. Because, like he's in a lineman position, basically, right?
Yep.
But anyway, what I've done here is I've successfully, with a 4-man rush, I've managed to tie up the entire offensive line and keep the halfback over on the left side of the formation. So he notices Perry there coming eventually, but by the time he notices him, it's already too late.
Yep.
Right?
And Perry gets to have his fun.
Yeah.
What he's on the team for.
Yep, that's right. Well,
but I've noticed, like, in some of the other plays that you've run, too, sometimes these guys, they'll actually manage to slip through these gaps sometimes, too.
Yeah, well, and that usually happens when the guy playing the right tackle position gets confused and he flinches toward the outside.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not sure what makes him do that, whether it's
awareness, maybe
awareness, or maybe it's whatever the running back in the backfield is doing, like that kind of thing.
But this is the bad men. They have 99 awareness offensive linemen, so
yeah, but
they'll do the right thing.
Yeah, sometimes he'll flinch. That player will flinch toward the outside where the outside linebacker's coming, and then that creates a mismatch in the middle, where you've got two guys on the, two inside linebackers matched up against one offensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
And then one of those two players will manage to squirm through that gap and get pressure as well.
Yeah.
So, actually with this defensive scheme, the inside linebackers get quite a few sacks. Like in that previous replay that we showed where I was playing against Baltimore, Boston and Edwards, the two of them combined for 5 sacks in that game because they kept being able to force their way through those gaps and get into the backfield. But anyway, that's kind of and this way also everybody on the offense is covered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that the quarterback could throw a pass to is covered by at least one man, and if they're sending a guy on a deep route, well, like the safeties will double up on those guys. So everybody is covered regardless of where they go on the field. And when you combine that with good pressure like that, good things are going to happen.
Yep.
Right. But it makes me wonder sometimes with some of these out-of-the-box defensive schemes that they have going on, really what they're doing with that. Right.
Yeah, it's just far too aggressive. And I mean, like I've said it before in some of the offhand conversation we've had during games, but if you were to play an out-of-the-box defensive playbook, you'd basically have to filter it down to a couple of the plays that you like out of those playbooks that actually work, and then just call those and ignore most of the rest.
Yeah. Well,
right?
That's basically what I did in Madden 12, right?
Yeah.
Like I discovered that there were a couple of different variations of man under 2. And
the 4-3 one was the best one in that one.
And using line crashes with the man under 2 scheme seemed to be the most effective way to play defense, and so that's just what I did.
Yeah, and I imagine like in this one, right? Because you have your man under 2. You also have some 4 deep zone schemes that would work probably pretty well in this one, right?
Yeah. Well, I also will if I'm looking at 2 or 1 wide receiver on the offense, I do have some 3 deep zones with the corners on the outside playing those press flats too.
Yep.
Right. Because they'll jam an outside receiver, which gives the safeties playing the deep zones a little more time to get into position for it to defend a deeper pass. And it also gives me better pass coverage for short passes, right? Because that's the one problem with man-to-man coverage is slants and ins, like those types of plays are difficult to stop with just pure man coverage.
Yeah.
Even if you manage to get a jam on a receiver, if the protection holds up well enough for the quarterback and he's got a couple or 3 seconds to stand back there, that receiver will eventually come open, right? So anyway, that's kind of a contrast, but like you'll notice though that this was essentially a 5-man blitz, right? Mm-hmm. Because the guy covering man-to-man on the halfback there, number 33, well,
converts to a blitz.
As soon as he sees number 33, pass blocking, well, then he just runs right up and joins the pass rush, right?
Yeah, and I think it's situation specific whether they choose to convert to a blitz or not. But very oftentimes, linebackers tend to convert to a blitz. Sometimes they convert to a spy, but more often than not, they convert to a blitz.
Yeah, but I have to say that this particular dime package, which is a relatively new development in my defense, has been extremely successful. Like using just 5-man under 2 and playing press coverage.
Yep.
Right? It's been very successful. And it seems like AI offenses have a great deal of difficulty moving the ball against that in passing situations. I mean, I wouldn't put this on the field if I was expecting a run, obviously, but
yeah, it'd be a bit thin.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess we should move on to the game. It's the Super Bowl.
All right. And we're back.
Yes. And before we start, we should have a look at Brad Doss.
You want to look at Brad Doss?
We've been talking up this guy all this time, and he is basically the
The pinnacle of the linebacker position.
Yeah, what are we doing here? Oh,
well, I was just
go.
going over
that.
Yeah, like he's even the best rated player on the team.
Yeah.
And he makes $16 million a year, or $16 million total contract, $4.9 million bonus.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, yeah, like...
He's got 91 speed, 98 strength, 90 awareness. So he's not even as high rated as he could be.
No. Well, the thing is, though, he's already rated 99, so how do you... Right? And his tackling is 99. And he's got tremendous acceleration as well. So, you know, like if you wonder why he seems to be everywhere at once, it's because he's got enough speed that he is literally everywhere at once.
Yeah, he can outrun many wide receivers.
Yeah.
Right, and any kind of possession wide receiver you have, Brad Doss can run with them. He could cover those deep corners if he had to.
Actually, if he was on our team, he'd be the fastest player on the team.
Yeah, he would be.
By a lot, actually. So, I don't know.
He's only 4 points slower than Kelvin Allen.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling extremely optimistic about the results of this game because the Tigers look like they're overpowering, but...
Yeah, well, they have one of the strongest offenses in the entire league, if not the strongest offense in the entire league. But I think the Desperados have a bit of a stronger defense.
Yeah.
That being said, the Tigers tend to be a lot stingier against the run, so... We'll have to see how that all works out.
Well, I mean, I tend to have a wide open passing game anyways. I mean, and if these guys play the way I expect them to, this is going to be a pass-heavy kind of a game anyway. I mean, I'll, at least unless we fall behind early, I'll come out and try to run the ball a little bit. But I'm not expecting a lot of success at it.
Well, they've also got Jeremy Manley at wide receiver, who is a 99 speed wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's absolutely menacing, but I think as long as we can keep him in check, they don't have a lot of other speed to worry about at that position. And they've only got like something like, I don't know, I don't think they have a 99 speed fullback on this team.
No, he's only 90.
Yeah.
So they have a 90 speed fullback. So.
As opposed to a 99 one.
Yeah.
Well, the time has finally arrived after
But I don't know. I think that the key for me is going to be probably short, quick passes. And for you, it's probably going to be whether or not you can actually get pressure.
Yeah, well, I've got to slow them down somehow, and hopefully they don't throw a long bomb or anything over my head.
Yeah, well, that's the big thing, right? That guy, Manley, is so fast that even if you're playing your two deep zone and man under, we have actually had it happen to us too before where he actually outruns both the corner and the deep safety.
Yeah, even when they're backed off.
Even when they're backed up, and he gets behind them both. And I guess we have to kick off to start the game here, but before we do, we might as well set our audibles up. And I might do a flex thing with this one here, and change it every now and then, because I do have another play. Which is why I wish I had more than 5 audible choices.
Well, it is what it is.
Because for me, my offense would be so much more functional if I could, if I had a second set of windows for audibles, right?
Yeah, well, basically the way I tend to handle it is I just tend to basically have one defensive system open or the other defensive system.
Yeah.
And I don't tend to transition between the two defensive systems. Either I'm using one or I'm using the other.
Yeah, well, that center run audible is probably going to be switched back and forth depending on the situation, right?
Yep.
Because I have another pass play that I'd like to use as an audible in there as well. But anyway, here we go. The Super Bowl is underway. And we'll just try not to give up a touchdown on the kickoff.
I don't think there's any danger of that.
I don't know. With this team, it's happened before. This season, I think we've given up a 1 or 2 touchdowns for kickoff, or 1 or 2 kickoffs for touchdowns.
Yeah, but not against the Tigers. I don't know. You got to not let these things get in your head.
Yeah.
Missed tackle. Strong move.
Oh my, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's all right.
I don't know if they do that a lot. You're gonna have a long day.
Well, we'll just have to see how it all works
So
out.
he runs over 3 people, and everybody just keeps following him and trying to grab a piece of him, and he just keeps running right through everybody, eh?
Passing on first down. Under pressure with the pass. Perfect pass.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
For a good pickup through the air.
Right here is one of those situations where you can pretty much open up the whole playbook. You can go
Yeah, well, I
with
audibled
play
to a
fake,
cover
or
4 there and
something.
then shaded everybody over to the one side, right?
Anything is
Yeah.
an option.
John, Super Bowl Sunday. National
Yeah, you may need to do
Everything
some
gets better.
exceptional
That's
things
absolutely right. Everything's
too,
better.
because,
Everything's loud.
by the looks of it,
Players know that this is going to be one of the biggest days of their
it's
lives.
going to be tough to
All
stop
the big
these
games
guys.
you've ever played,
Because they do have the highest rated offense in our league here, right?
quarterback
Yep.
has a guy like this
They sure do.
And they finished their, if you looked at the graphic before the game started, they finished first in scoring in the league too. Like their offense was ranked number 1.
Number 51 brings him down at the
Well, all I can do is do my best.
Yeah, well, that's all I can do too, but you know, like,
They need to reach the 25 to convert.
I have to ask you, why are you overlapping defenses? Oh, okay, you're basically doubling Manly, right?
That's right, I'm doubling Manly.
That's what you're doing there.
Yeah, you're wondering what the hell I'm doing
Yeah, because
going to the
normally,
weak side all the time?
because I've seen you do make that adjustment before, but normally you do it to the side that has the 2 receivers on
That's
it,
right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm doubling Manly.
What the offense is going to run before they call the play.
Yeah, basically trying to take him
Ford will work
out of the
his
game,
shotgun.
right?
That's right.
He gets the handoff on the delay.
Wow, you know what? These guys actually ran the ball on 3rd down and long. Wow.
He's exhausted.
Well, they're well within field goal range for them, whereas for us, we'd still be outside of field goal range here.
I don't know. Personally, for me, though, if it's 3rd down and 8, I'm going to be playing for a first down, right? I'm not going to be playing for a field goal here.
Well, especially in the first quarter, it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, and he just barely made that. Look at that.
Wow.
Whatever the situation,
Maybe his leg isn't as good as I thought.
cool and smooth.
Well, or the wind maybe came up or something. I don't know. Or maybe there's a certain random amount of power. Like maybe occasionally they don't make a good kick too, right?
Yeah, he could have just kicked that bad.
Yeah.
Still made it, though.
First and 10.
Okay, so I'm going to change to the other audible here for the time being.
All right.
Because I don't think I'm going to get much mileage on the fullback dive here anyway. But I'm going to try this out.
Back to the field. Looks like he's calling an audible. Shields comes in motion. He'll pass on first down. With the pass, Bishop pulls him down.
See, I just basically send the 4 tight ends on curl routes.
Yep.
And I don't know where the hell number 20 was going there. Right?
I have no idea.
Like, and sometimes they can create turnovers by doing bizarre things like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, where is he going? Who is he covering? Right?
If I knew, I'd tell you.
Yeah.
But it might just be one of those situations, too, where they didn't man lock.
Let's get back to the action.
Maybe.
And then they, like, did some sort of weird press thing or something.
Yeah.
Or some sort of crowd the line thing.
But anyway, that play is something that I've developed recently, and it's a somewhat more conservative approach, I guess,
Calling
to
an audible now.
the passing game for when they don't show me a look like this, right?
Pressure.
Oh, man.
Plenty of pressure.
Well, at least you got it away and didn't lose yards.
That wasn't a
Yeah.
sack. What it did was make the quarterback adjust
We
his
gotta
throw.
we gotta do something here. I can't have Phil out there on the field.
Poor Phil.
Well, Phil can't catch, right? And if you can't catch, well then, like we can't have you out there on third down when we need someone who can catch the ball.
The defense lines up in the nickel.
Is this a man coverage
This
scheme?
is a 5-man coverage with 1 deep. And an extra blitz, I think.
No.
Nope, with the zone in the middle.
Gets rid of it. Perfect pass.
Oh, he just couldn't quite make it. Damn it.
Marker on that play.
Well, he had to dive to catch you.
Yeah. Well, I think you can chalk that one up to just them being exceptional players, right?
Forces a 3 and out.
Okay, well, didn't
That
get
should be
full
a decent
power on
run.
this, but it should still be decent. I think it'll probably go out of bounds.
Probably, yep.
Or close to it.
Yeah, if he manages to field this, he'll end up fumbling it or something.
Yeah.
That's an inside the 20.
He couldn't quite reach it.
It probably was in his best interest to not reach it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, with a lot of those kinds of punts, if they do catch it, quite often they'll run out of bounds anyway. Like their momentum will carry them out, right? If they don't mishandle it.
Pressure coming on the run.
Wow.
Nice.
See, that's the kind of throw you want him to make, right? You want him to throw the ball back against the grain across the field like that.
Well, it was
Because-
a lame duck, too.
Well, the thing is, though, look at the direction he was running, right? Is this a left-handed quarterback?
Might be. Cecil Ford might be left-handed.
Misses the tackle. Stop behind the line. Lawson a couple. Big tackle there for Lawson. Great pursuit.
Cecil Ford is usually the starter,
Because I'm
actually.
not so sure that a right-handed quarterback would have even been able to attempt that particular throw.
Looks like they'll play
Right.
bump and run on the outside.
It would have been pretty awkward, that's for sure.
Out of the shotgun. Drops
Yeah,
back.
he is a left-handed quarterback.
This pass is incomplete. Trying to convert through the air, but the pass was off the mark.
I don't know if he needed to throw that one out there that quickly, but I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to do the quick, short pass thing, that's kind of...
Well, that was more like the quick hot potato pass thing, but,
Here's the punt.
Yeah, they're looking like they're Madden 04 out there.
Yeah, sometimes they'll rush a pass out there like that, and I don't really know why, right?
I mean, they had extra blockers, and he had extra time if he wanted it.
First and 10
Yep.
here.
Okay, I'll try this.
Hand it off.
Okay, that didn't work so well.
Line for a loss of a couple. His excellent positioning led to that stop behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll do that kind of thing. He's one of the smartest players at defensive end. He always seems to be in position. He uses his hands well.
Maybe we'll
He has
pass
those
on
long
first
arms.
down for a while
That really
until
helps
they
him
stop
shed
being
block.
so aggressive against the run, eh?
Well, like I said before this game started, too, these guys are, like, really, really devastating against the run anyways.
Yeah. Well, they're also playing it overly aggressively, too.
Surveying the field. Gets the pass off.
Oh boy.
Incomplete.
Wow.
So that
Everybody
one was
juggles the ball.
He put too much touch on that one.
If I got anything tricky that I can do here.
Well, Johnson would have been MVP if he'd have managed to catch that, but sadly not.
Tigers come out in a nickel package. Gaffney with a man in motion. Looking downfield, rolling right, throwing on the
Yeah,
line.
you just gotta...
Yeah, I had nobody to
check
throw
down.
it to.
47-yard line.
I was kind of hoping that one of my players running a quick out there would be able to outmaneuver a defender, but
So they'll line up the punt after going 3.
Pretty hard against these guys.
yeah, well, I don't have any good route runners and absolutely no speed whatsoever, right?
Very
And they
shallow
have
punt.
excessive speed in positions that don't even need it.
Yeah.
But that's still an inside the 20 punt.
First and 10. corners are moving up to press the receivers. Connell, the lone back. They'll pass on first down. Steps up on the move. And he hits it.
Boy, did he scramble up in the pocket there.
Yep.
The 37. He flings that pass.
Well, like I said, that's the one weakness of that three-man rush is that it allows the quarterback to step up.
Especially if they've got a bit of quickness to them, which Cecil Ford does. I think he has a speed rating in the 60s or something.
Yeah, that's why I started experimenting with, like some of the defenses that I kind of showed off at the beginning of this episode.
Sure, we'll accept the holding penalty and move them back a little ways.
Yeah, because what that does is it kind of collapses the middle of the pocket a little bit.
Yeah,
and it makes it a little harder for the quarterback to step up, so that outside pass rusher has a little easier time of it, right?
Pass play here on first down. Closing in. Throwing short to the right side. Swings this pass.
Well, all right.
Running back out on the right side.
Well, that's the benefit of the press coverage, though, right? Because that was your pressing corner there.
Yep.
And then once he saw the pass in the air, he let his man go and went after the halfback running the swing route instead, right?
Oh, no. Prince Freeborg bit on the play fake.
Yep. Well, you got one more chance to stop him.
Yeah, the defense is real good at putting
At least you've managed to set yourself up with a third down situation, so you've got a chance, right?
They need 5. Ford starts out of the shotgun. Drops back.
Oh, you're going with it? Okay. It's funny how even with 9 guys in coverage, they still manage to find a hole in the zone, eh?
Yeah, well, they'll throw it in the hole between the two short zones, right?
Yeah.
That gets him a first and keeps the drive going.
Basically your version of 9 Velcro, but it didn't help that time.
Ford sends a man in motion.
I don't know, it's tough to make that compromise between pressure and coverage, right?
Oh, there is no compromise. You just play coverage all the time.
6th play of this drive. 2 yards to go. Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside.
Oh, cut block.
That's a touchdown.
Oh,
nope. It was overthrown. Well, overthrown. The safety kind of maybe was guilty of a little bit of defensive pass interference there, but they don't seem to call that penalty in this game anyway.
No, they don't. They only call it in Madden 04, but I don't know. I mean, it's a bit how you doing anyways. When you've got like double coverage back there and they both play it bad.
Again with the carry.
I had to dive on him there.
At the 25, a very well drawn up play.
It was well executed. They hit their blocks and the back found the right hole to get down the field and pick up a first down.
8th play of this drive. In field goal range now. The corners move up to play this one tight. The carry, number 57.
Okay, you can run into the pass rush. Because that's what that is. That's the pass rush. That's not me picking a run defense out there. That's just the pass rush.
Yeah, well, you don't really deliberately play the run very often anyways. Like, you're basically assuming pass on every play, right?
That's right. Not unless I'm getting, like, totally creamed on the run.
They give it to the halfback. Still running.
Like there.
Nah, that's the free or the strong safety is getting benched play because he should have made that tackle.
We'll go back to the play on the field.
So we'll just make him sit on the bench for a little while and he can think about that mistake.
Shields comes in for the extra point.
But that's also why I draft linebackers and put them in that position, so that they don't end up in situations where they miss those tackles.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, one of the reasons that I'm developing the defensive system that I'm working on right now is because after you went to all that time and trouble to draft all those linebackers and all those plus-sized defensive backs and so on, I figure why work at a cross purpose to you, right?
Well, you see,
You know, like I want to try and make use of that personnel.
you see the thing about those all those guys who play linebacker at the linebacker position, they're just the guys who didn't make the cut. The guys who did make the cut, they're either playing like defensive end or they're playing safety.
He'll pass on first down. He's looking with the throw. Right
Well, he came right open there.
Yeah.
him down.
Well, he's up against that outside linebacker there, right?
And that's the type of thing that can happen when you get this guy the ball. He's going to move.
And we needed to do something to get a quick start, right?
So they have first and 10 here.
Yeah, because they've been stopping you at midfield here.
Well, I mean, I have only had the ball once or twice or something, but still, we need to reply to that touchdown, right?
Pass play here on first down. Throws on the run. Great pass.
Nice.
Linebacker on the wide receiver too, right?
Yep. Gets hit stick by number 52 after that.
Makes a great throw on the run.
And the receiver was right there looking for it. That's exactly what you like to see on offense. Chemistry between your players. He's one of those guys who will try and buy some extra time with his legs, and his receivers do a good job separating when he can buy him that time.
Yeah, well, I don't much like my chances running against these guys, but the front they're showing me here is not really very conducive to a pass.
Hand it off to the fullback.
Yeah, well, when they run these like zone defenses that could be cover two, because cover two is like the ultimate defense for the all Madden teams, right? They can run cover two and cover 50 yards of field with the cover two defense.
Yeah, well, that's because they've got 99 or 90 plus speed with everybody, right?
And they're also all amazing
With a
tacklers.
man in motion. Throws it.
Catch the ball. Catch the ball.
Maybe we gotta sub another tight end in there.
Yeah, for wide receiver 3.
Is he wide receiver 3?
Yeah, he's wide receiver 3, so I don't have enough players. What I need to do is basically when he comes back to the sideline is you shoot him.
Gotta
And then-
run 3 tight ends at wide receiver.
And then you basically let all the receivers on the team know that when I throw the ball to you, you better catch it, because if you don't, you're going to get shot when you come back to the sideline.
Nickelback in this time.
Okay, this is kind of crazy stuff, but we'll do this anyway.
Under pressure.
Oh, come on. You can't call that. Oh,
Defender knocked the ball loose.
man.
Turned it over.
That was against the quarter defense. Can you imagine? I can't get any protection. Games like this make me wish I could have 13 guys on the offense so I could have a couple of extra offensive linemen.
The 40. Ziegler stops him at the 45-yard line.
This is a great block. Watch here. He just barrels into the defender, taking it right off the turf. Now that is a textbook block right there.
The teams have switched sides, and we'll start the second quarter. First and 10.
But again, that was set up by a drop pass, right? You know, like wide open receivers should not drop the ball.
Setback.
Yeah, offside penalty.
The tailback. Penalty marker down. He'll feel that one tomorrow.
We had 2 linebackers doing the linebacker pointy thing there.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't do like a linebacker shift to reposition them or something.
I mean, I could reset the audible, but then I also have to back the defensive backs back off when I do
Gives you a
that.
free play. Even if you miss, you still get first down.
The backs are lined up in an eye. Cross play to the right. Floyd
Which is the big thing, right?
41-yard line. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
He just exploded towards the marker that time. That was a big-time run.
What the hell? That is not the play I had called.
Off again. Number 57 with the tackle at the 39. Just a short pickup on that play, John.
They're just trying to get this run established. When you get it going in the ground, it really opens things up for the other options you have on offense.
The corners are giving a bit of a cushion. They'll go from the I formation. Pressure with the pass.
Look at that. Number 99 there just sort of stood there in a daze, eh? He didn't put his hands up or anything.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. Inside enemy territory. The backs are lined up in an I. Passing on first down. With the throw. Turns. He has it. Number 57 pulls him down.
Well, we got our flat zone guy out there anyways.
Yeah, well, considering how fast that guy is, at least he didn't get very far.
Get to the 10 to convert.
That is not what I wanted to do there.
Ford sends a man in motion. Pressure coming with the pass.
Well, you managed to get a hit on him that time at
My
least.
short zone defender there actually stepped out of the way for the receiver.
Well, he was in that interception animation, right?
Yeah.
Like he was trying to pick off the pass, and sometimes those animations, when they fire, they can do weird things to the player's position, right?
Yeah.
They line up in the I formation. Tosses it out to the left.
Oh, I held him to a field goal.
Yeah.
Blocking on that play.
The defense is always
I don't know.
very
We're in bad
aggressive
shape
when
here
they're
if I
in the
can't
run.
get things going.
Extremely disciplined. They get off their blocks very quickly.
I need some of this bad luck, like hard luck stuff, like drop passes and things like that to stop, right?
And it's on its way. He made that one easily. Tigers are set to kick it deep.
Because it seems like sometimes in these games, it's not necessarily that the AI team plays better. It's just that you get into some of these difficulty spike games and suddenly the way that your team plays just turns absolutely to shit. Like,
Yeah, well,
right
I guess you described it before as you've got to overcome a little bit of adversity before you can get anything going.
Now look at this. I've got -9 yards rushing.
Throwing on first down. Throws on the move. Rogers with the stop at the 34. He was
Yeah, because there's no real reason why a lot of the things that I do that are successful shouldn't continue to be successful, right? It's just that, you know, like you'll get a player who's open and then he'll drop the ball or something like that, right? You know, like that kind of thing happens.
With a man in motion.
Oh, wow. So they're crowding the line with even more players now.
Gets the pass off. Mitchell is the
See that? They were bringing a blitz there too, right?
37-yard
Yep.
line. Gaffney is a short gain on that pass, but maybe 2 yards. It's third down and a yard. And here's a look at each team's success on third down so far.
Third down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
Shields moves in motion. Dropping back. Throws it.
And a drop pass on a wide open receiver. I'm going to go for it because you know what? We can't stand for this. Right? Absolutely ridiculous. Somebody has to make a play.
Bennett in motion.
Okay. Now, if he drops this, then we know that this is fixed.
Gets the pass off. And
He didn't drop it,
Yep.
and he managed to keep going after.
at the 47-yard line.
Because that other play there where that receiver dropped that pass,
Situation for the defense.
he shouldn't drop that, right?
They're about to get the ball back.
You know, like he's standing there facing the line of scrimmage.
It's only a 2.5 yard curl.
It's only a 2.5 yard curl. I throw the ball right into his body, and he drops it. Right?
Changing the play now.
Well, on the bright side, though, too, that 4th down conversion will be a good momentum swing for us if the momentum system in this game exists as you think it does.
Penalty marker down in the
It wouldn't let me snap the ball.
and they'll bring it back because of that infraction.
This offense
It just seems like there's always got to be something, right?
Now it's 1st and 15 after the penalty. The Tigers come out in a nickel package. Calling an audible now. Throwing on 1st down. Throwing. He hits his receiver. Rogers brings him down at the 46-yard line.
Oh, well.
Quarterback
I guess it's 2nd and 9 now.
That pass was really gunned in there. The receiver did a nice job of just hanging on.
But as far as I'm concerned, unless I get a touchdown on this possession, we're playing 4-down football, right? I've got no choice.
Well, we do have to start scoring some points somehow. Even a field goal here or there would help.
Gaffney
Yep.
with a man in motion. Dropping back. He's looking, gets rid of it, and he makes the grab. Diving tackle to bring him down. Hutchinson was in perfect position to make that catch.
Yeah, the receiver showed great concentration looking that one right into his hands.
The defense lines up in the nickel. On the run.
Nice.
Right to him. McCaffrey makes the tackle at the 27.
Watch it here. This is a great call on 3rd down to keep this drive alive. They were in a tough spot here. This is a heck of a throw and catch to pick up that 1st down.
Calling an audible now.
Well, hopefully those 4 blockers can seal off those 3 guys, right?
Wishfully.
They give it to the halfback.
Backside pursuit.
But that was the 3rd guy. That's
That was Brad Doss.
Right? Yeah.
This offense is determined to establish a running game here in the 1st half.
Yeah, when Superman is in the middle linebacker position, there's really not much you can do. That's a successful run play.
Yeah. Well, or
That might be why they're so tough against the run, is him.
yeah, probably. Because I would think that if I were determined enough to try and run the ball 30 times in this game, he'd probably get a dozen tackles, right?
Or more. 15, 16.
He finds his man. He's at the 20. He just unloaded on it.
Boom. Now that is what football's all about.
Nice ball going to the air, and that'll move the chain. Pass play here on 1st down. Throws to the end.
Nice.
Great individual effort got that touchdown. Great job by the quarterback. Heck of a job by the receiver. And a
Well,
great
see,
job
though,
by
that's
the
Bennett,
offensive line.
who is the lone player aside from the quarterback on this offense that's actually going to the Pro Bowl, I think.
Well, and he can actually catch, too, so...
Yeah.
And it's up. And the extra point is good.
Well, like I said, I think that it's a make or break thing if you get to the point where they're playing you so tough that you have to go on 4th down in your own end of the field. You know, like...
Well, the thing is, though, now that we've got some points on our side, this is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
It makes this game recoverable.
To the 20.
Because the way I see it is if I punted it away there, and even if they manage to even just get a field goal again out of that, well, then...
They're putting it away on us.
Yeah, they're putting it away on us then, right?
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Hand off to the tailback.
You should have stayed where you were.
Yeah, I should have stayed where I was. Well, see, I thought they were going to run to the inside, but I didn't think they were going to run to the inside on my side.
If they keep getting games like this, it could really open up things for them in the 2nd half.
2nd and 5. Under pressure, crosses it right.
I know, I find that I don't need to cheat the defensive tackle on the right-hand side, like on that side. I have to cheat him on the other side quite often, right?
Well, they are still an all Madden team, though, right? So even like their linemen are superhuman.
In most
Yeah.
cases, a short route is your second or third look.
Well, it doesn't hurt to cheat, especially if it's an obvious passing situation, even if they do try to run.
That's the second time in this game that they've done that, I think.
Yeah. That's a strange tendency. Not too many teams do that.
He has a fast first step. He can explode through the hole.
I guess maybe they're looking for one of those big touchdown runs because you're playing the pass and you're not expecting a run, right?
For a fair catch.
Well, they already got one. I mean, I subbed my safety out, right?
But unbeknownst to them, you're always playing the pass anyway,
Yeah,
right?
well,
Gaffney sends a man in motion. He'll pass on first down. Gets rid of it.
There's
Nah.
another drop pass.
He had it and lost
My
it in
God.
The coach has got to be upset
well, you just gotta
after that
push forward and push through it.
all week.
You've shown that you can push through it.
You have to be extremely
You just gotta keep going.
Obviously, he wasn't on that.
Yeah, it's just so rough when you have that many, right? It's tough to overcome.
Yep, they've gone and audible to a man coverage here.
Yeah.
Gaffney with a man in motion. Dropping back. Throwing. He finds his man.
Good job.
Trailer makes the catch but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackles.
I don't necessarily trust that guy that much either, right?
No, I mean, at the
He
start
is-
of the season, his catching was 51.
He is definitely not one of our better receivers,
Johnson,
right?
the motion
But
man.
but we have such a short bench that there's not really much of a choice.
With the throw.
Yeah, you throw it to who you can.
Yeah.
With the stop.
Well, I took a quick peek to the right because I'm going to throw it to the tight end in preference to the running back,
But
right?
someone followed him out there.
But I saw someone following the tight end out there, so
Looks like he's changing the play.
well, he dropped one, so maybe he's due to catch one now.
Well, he did just catch one in the last play, too.
Or maybe we'll throw it to this guy.
Ooh, broken tackle.
So they get 2 first downs on their last 2 plays.
And they're getting it done by seeing the whole field and taking what the defense gives them.
Ball on the 24-yard line. 5th play of this drive. 3 minutes remaining in the quarter. Looks like he's
Whoops.
calling an audible.
Shit. I screwed myself up there.
Gaffney with a man in motion. Going to the air on first down. Gets the pass
And then he dropped it.
couldn't control it. Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Yeah, that's the rough part, too, because our tight ends actually have decent pairs of hands, but they still seem to drop a lot of passes anyways.
He sees something in the defense. Directing traffic.
Okay, so this is some kind of weird partial man kind
Dropping
of a thing.
back. Throwing on the run. And he hits
This is where you throw the short curl to Edwards.
Ball on the 19-yard line. 7th play of this drive. 2-minute warning coming up. Defense lines up in the nickel.
Okay, I think there'd be nobody following Johnson there. Or maybe we'll just throw it to Edwards and score a touchdown.
Yeah, what the hell?
That was just a solid play. That guy was.
That is rapidly becoming my favorite pass play.
It's working against him this game.
Because if they give me one type of coverage, that receiver comes wide open, and if they give me another type of coverage, usually the halfback running the swing route comes wide open, right?
Yeah.
With the conversion here. The kick is up. The point after is good. Now
maybe that fourth down conversion thing was what broke them, right?
Well, like I said, right? You're the one who theorized that this game has a momentum system, because previous EA games around this time period did.
Well, we know the hockey games did.
Yep.
And returnable.
In fact, they played that up big time in, what was it, NHL 2001?
Yep.
Yeah, they played up the momentum. They even had a graphical bar showing you the momentum, right?
Yep.
The defense is going to play this one very tight.
And actually, that was pretty memorable.
Throwing on first down. Pressure gets the pass off.
Ooh, that was a risky play there. Wow.
Complete.
I'm just glad that didn't work out for them.
Yeah, but if he misses that, like if that DB misses that
it's bad news. Yeah.
It's bad news. Like, wow. It's scary the way that they decide to play sometimes.
McCormick, the man in motion. Drops back. Pressure coming.
See that was his motion that messed you up there.
Oh, there's a fumble.
Yep.
It's picked up.
No, then he tripped over him.
It's inside 2 minutes, so unless the booth decides to screw us, right?
Yeah.
And they're backing up their Super Bowl talk with that one.
So
Yeah, the booth is going to screw us.
And since we're under the 2-minute mark, the replay booth has the power to review any play in question. And it looks as though that's what's happening here. Clearly a big momentum shift could be.
I don't know. They might let that one stand.
Possible fumble.
And they really had no choice but to challenge it because of what it could mean for both teams. I don't know. It's a tough call from seeing that angle.
I think they might let that stand. I don't know. That's close.
It's questionable. Because you can see the ball start to spin.
Yeah. Oh. You know what? We're going to have to do one of those 5 unbreakable rules of football again one of these days. And one of the unbreakable rules is that possession reviews will always go in favor of the AI at critical times in the game.
Steps up with the throw.
Oh, I think defensive back actually got his hand in that and deflected it away.
Yeah, but anyway, like I was going to say, that receiver moving across the field like that, for some reason, your motion coverage guy
just
that
got
was
stuck
moving
on
with him
something.
got stuck on another player in the middle of the formation, right?
In spite of the fact that this formation is drawn in such a way that that's supposed to not happen.
Gets the pass off.
That's a hook out, but it looks like it was overthrown.
You know, players tend to get to a Super Bowl and the adrenaline takes over. So you start
You know, there are certain things that you can count on, and one of them will be that the booth will review any possession play. You know, like if there is some possibility that it could be ruled in favor of the AI. There.
Boom!
Yeah.
Finally!
Well, you finished that. You finished that drive. That was a big play.
Yep.
Especially after getting screwed on that booth challenge like that.
Well, Freeboard might be getting starved out, but at least we got one sack this game.
Yeah.
I think I'm perfectly okay to let the clock run. What do you think?
Yeah. Because, you know what, I'm going to probably try and establish the run game here.
Here's the kick.
I'm not going to touch that.
And unless they give me a large yardage gift, then I'm not really planning on going anywhere with this.
Oh, they're so hard to move the ball against anyways.
Well, the thing is, it's so risky, right? I mean, look at what happened to me that one time where I dropped back to pass and I got sacked, and when I was getting sacked, quarterback fumbled the ball, right?
Yep.
And that, because there's nobody back there, that turns basically into a touchdown because there's nothing you can do.
In just about any situation. When you can run the ball consistently, it really wears down the interior.
I actually have to run a play here, so I guess I'll run a play. You think they're looking for a run here?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what the hell happened there. Okay, he just didn't hand the ball off.
Yeah, he decided he was going to go ethereal for a minute there, and
I don't know. That's stupid. Anyway, I guess we'll take the halftime stretch.
Indeed. And we're back.
Yes. And it's a tight game, but we received the kickoff after that big stop that you made at the end of the first half there.
Yes, and we have 180 yards passing and minus 9 yards rushing.
Yeah, well, that's just the kind of the way this game has gone, I guess.
Got a decent return there.
The thing is that in this game, it's actually easier to pass than it is to run.
In spite of the fact that it's the year of the D.
Yeah, but in Madden 04, it's actually easier to run than it is to pass.
In spite of the fact that it's the year of the offensive bomb and scrambling quarterback and everything else.
8 yards per pass play on first down.
And the scoreboard helps tell the story.
With the pass.
Oh,
wow.
It bounced off of him.
I'm surprised that actually got over the defender there.
Yeah.
Any way you look at it, an incomplete pass is a heck of a lot better than throwing it to the other guy.
Well, that's not an auspicious start.
Yeah, well, it looks like Edwards is looking a little tired now, I saw on the play selection thing.
Calling it audible.
Oh, stop waving your hands around.
Changing the play now.
Yeah, and tap your right ass cheek so you can throw it to Edwards.
On the money. Rogers makes
Well,
the tackle at the 30-yard line.
Maybe I've milked that particular formation and play for all I'm going to get, eh?
Oh, I don't know about that.
They played well against the run, and he expects it to continue here in the second half.
Oh, their strategy is to continue being strong against the run in the second half.
Yep, that's right. Okay, Hutch, I need you to catch this pass. Thank you.
And he did.
Matched up against Brad Doss,
who was right in his back pocket the entire time.
I think we need to give our wide receiver one a rest.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Because he looks tired.
Shields goes in motion. Throwing on first down. Under pressure, throws it.
Oh, like see how he accelerates?
Yep.
Right? It's like at the last second he gets a speed burst.
Oh, these guys are superhuman, right?
And this is the fifth play of this drive.
Yeah, but I think that still is a pretty hokey thing because I don't think a player who is that far behind the play should be able to recover like that, right?
Dropping back. Throws it over the middle.
Nice. That's always a good one for a first down.
And he even caught it.
And Brad Doss wasn't there.
Yeah, that's because they were playing him over on the other side there. Quite often I'll watch when I use that particular audible play. I'll watch to see if he moves back toward the middle or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the blitz.
Well, they jammed the halfback to hell and back.
Yeah, well, they were bringing...
These guys are just out there playing a little
Yeah,
pitch
see, they were
cat.
bringing an
Make it
extra
look
guy
easy.
there. Okay, it was one of those weird ones where the lineman drops off, right?
Yep.
But I managed to get this side flooded out so that he had... that's actually a pretty good little play, right?
It is, yeah. And you get some decent blocking on it, too. That safety was being aggressive, though, trying to cause a turnover. They brought out the goal line defense.
Wow.
Calling it audible now. Gaffney sends a man in motion. Throws it. And he
Either of those two curls would have worked.
Yep.
So they have first and 10 here.
Well, when you can't run, you have to go to some kind of a passing game that will work sort of like a run.
Shields, the motion man. Throwing on first down. With the pass.
Of course, it helps if the guy you throw the ball to catches it.
Last thing you want to do in
Right.
a Super Bowl is drop a pass.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the disadvantage of having a halfback like Johnson, is he's not a very good pair of hands.
Nice play of this drive.
Well, it's also one of the disadvantages to having to rely entirely on the pass, too, right?
Gaffney
Is that you get a lot of drop passes and stuff like that, unless you've got a very elite set of receivers, right?
throws it.
He dropped it again.
No, different guy this
It was
time.
a different guy this time.
Just couldn't get it under control.
But that was a wide receiver who dropped it.
I'm starting to get the feeling that this drive is over.
He had the ball bounce right off his fingertip.
Well, maybe you throw a flat pass or something, or a slant.
Oh, they got the quarter defense out there.
A lot of speed on the field for the defense as they line up in the quarter. Johnson comes in motion. He's looking.
I got hit as I threw.
Yeah, I think the defensive tackle there just completely overwhelmed you.
Really likes to keep the pressure on the passer.
Well, it's pooch punt time. I know we're kind of close for that, but
Well, you know what?
you're
I'm
too
going to
far
try
away
it.
for a first down.
If it was like fourth down and less than 5, I might try it. But
holding on their block, giving a little extra time in the pocket that the quarterback needs.
Not much hang time on this one.
Wow. Okay.
but again, I was done in by drop pass there, right?
Backing off. John, their first down rushing average.
And when you have back-to-back drop passes, it's pretty hard to recover from that.
Stop behind the line. Losses the cover.
Watch this hit. He gets his helmet right under his chin. Wham! He takes him straight to the turf.
And Freeboard defending the run.
Hand off to the tailback.
Ooh, look at that.
Nice.
He got hit so hard he darn near had to take a taxi back to the
Well, I
stadium.
think you can be fairly certain they're going to pass now.
The guy seems to get stronger every time he touches the ball.
Looks like they'll play bump and run on the outside.
Okay, we just totally got fucked there.
Throws it.
Oh, well, that's okay.
So
You're-
I'll drop back in pass coverage.
Yeah.
The ball in there.
The quarterback felt
I don't know. I personally think that before the snap, there should be no collision between defensive players.
Well, the thing that gets me too is I
Because-
actually layer these formations so that these players can't run into each other because I layer them 2.5 yards apart. But
But
sometimes
they still do anyway.
they still find ways to run into each other depending on where the guy they're covering is standing, because they might move closer to or further from the line depending on who they're covering.
Yeah. Well, the thing that really bugs me about that too is that in like I said, in real life, you don't see players like pressing against each other and with their feet going non-stop like that, right? You know what I mean? Like that doesn't happen.
It's just a video game thing.
On the call.
It's a stupid thing.
But I was just glad I didn't give up something there.
And they could have, you know, from a tech, like I don't know what the technical point of view of it would have been, but
No
they could
collision
have.
pre-snap.
Yeah, exactly. No collision pre-snap, right?
It's second down and 1 to go.
Then that way everybody could move back and forth and make
I mean,
their.
it happens on the offense, too, when you try to move the halfback out of the backfield and he runs into the back of a tight end or something. You've seen it before.
Yeah, I know. I have that happen to me all the time, right? I motion the halfback quite a lot, and sometimes I have to tell
Get
him
him
to
unstuck.
tell him to go back and get him unstuck. Well, I think we finally reached even 0 yards on the ground now.
Yeah, you might have, yeah.
Hey, nice job up front, holding their block and allowing him to get a good.
Oh,
run
we got
for a
9
first
yards
Wow.
on the ground. Wow.
They can't get it done on the ground on first down, John, but they're still leading in this one.
down. And running is important, but they've got other weapons that can get them in the end zone.
Going to the air on first down. Throws it. He hits his receiver.
Man, I love Shields as a player.
Yep.
He's just so reliable.
15. Gaffney.
Well, you know what? He catches more passes than he drops.
50 yards pass.
Yeah, look at that. I got 250 yards through the air now.
Tigers come out in a nickel package.
Okay, well, they have kind of a lot of guys stacked up on the left there, so I'm going to try running away from them.
Yeah, they've got the nickel sack out there or something.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'm
they're
just going
blocking
to,
lined up.
yeah, I'm just going to run around those guys.
Oh, and you even got the spot, huh?
Yep, now it's time to make that audible adjustment.
Ah, for your dive.
Well, what I might do too is make another further adjustment like this. So that if I do decide to try and audible to a pass there, I can. Right? But yeah, this is basically big set territory here.
Calling an audible. Fullback handoff. Big pop that time.
You want someone there to tell you to watch out.
Well, that's 1 yard.
They went back to the run on that play.
That just goes to show you that the coach trusts the guy to hang on to the ball.
Almost 1.5.
Yep.
Calling an audible now.
And now they have the second weakest run defense out there.
Well, they're not going to give me that toss to the outside. The thing is, though, with the players they have,
Nothing is really weak.
also there was no block there, right?
Yep.
You know, Johnny always seems to be in perfect position to make a play.
He's all about effort. His motor's always running at 100%.
Well, who knows? You might need to curls play here. I don't know.
Yeah. And that, as far as I'm concerned, is a cardinal sin, right? Like, absolutely this game should have had it so that all defensive linemen are blocked first, right?
Tosses it out to the left. Receives the handle. That run does not get them into the end zone. So after 3 tries from inside,
Well, hopefully they don't gain a bunch of momentum from that.
Sometimes you want to show the defense that you can match them physically. But that time, they showed him nothing.
But in this case, I'm going to take the field goal because it gives us a 4-point lead, right?
Yep. It's strategically sound.
the field goal attempt is good. Now 17 points unanswered.
I thought that they might be in a little bit of trouble, but they responded well. Now they find themselves leading in this one.
Should be a return here. From the 7-yard line to the 20.
Yeah, those two guys can take him down.
Last time after 3 plays. 1st and 10. Giving some cushion on the outside. They've been very good rushing the ball on 1st down, but still trail.
Yeah, sometimes a strong running game doesn't always translate into scoring a lot of points.
Tosses it left.
Well, that's not going anywhere. They had no containment out there.
28.
Yep.
Makes his 5th stop of the game on that play. Connell didn't have much to work with on that running play.
That's because the defense did a good job anticipating the snap count. With an aggressive defense like this, a hard count could be an effective way to keep them off balance.
Yeah, I was going after the quarterback there.
Yeah. Well, that's a characteristic of this defense, though, that you run, is because it's so wide, those 2 outermost guys, the one on each side, usually get ignored by the offensive line, too, right?
The defense really bears down on 3rd down.
Pressure, throws it, and he hits
Oh.
his target. Bird pulls him down at the 40. To keep the drive alive on that count.
Well, I'm just glad that my linebacker didn't jump offside because he was waving his hands there again.
Yeah. Yeah, it was close. Unfortunately, though, that guy was just a little bit too slow to stop that receiver from crossing the yellow line there.
Number 57 records the stop at the 40-yard line. They tried to move the ball on the ground.
A running attack that is consistent and effective will help the offense dictate the pace of the game.
Connell in the backfield. Gets the pass off. Great throw.
Yeah, they flooded you out over there. They had 2 receivers over there.
They did, yeah. But I'm still doubling Manley up for a reason.
Yeah.
Alright, I have faith in those guys to not get outrun by the other receivers that they've got. I don't have faith that they will be able to contain Manley by themselves.
Number 51.
Somebody get him.
Yeah. Well, that turned from a loss into a 3-yard gain anyway. That was the hero from that sack at the end of the first half there that missed the tackle in the backfield. I guess you got to take the bad with the good, right? I suspect that you didn't get a successful jam there.
Not on either side, but they decided to throw it that way. I guess Manley must have been running a shorter route or something.
Yeah.
Ball to the right guy. He's playing very well right now.
McGuire, the deep man.
Oh, you got him.
Yeah, I took control of that guy and made him dive. Because in the situations where you want them to dive, they don't dive.
Yeah. Yeah, they only do it when it's wrong. Well, at least that gives you another chance anyway.
Yeah.
Tightening up the coverage along the outside. Ford sends a man in motion. Surveying the field. Closing
He has forever to stand in there. Wow.
He does a great job here of avoiding the jam at the line of scrimmage and giving his quarterback a window in the end zone.
So they'll try to tack on the extra point.
Well, adversity, right? It's all what it's all about. You always have to overcome some adversity.
Score is 20-17.
Well, if you can make a touchdown here, then we'll still be leading by a field goal, and then if you make a field goal here, we'll tie it up.
Yeah, so, well, that's why I kicked the field goal, right? It's just a math thing, and the math works out. That if for some reason you can't make it into the end zone, but you can get close, then at least you can still tie the game, right?
It's 1st and 10. Gaffney with a man in motion. He'll pass on 1st down. Throwing. He hits his receiver. The 30. Big pop that time.
Using the big hit stick there.
Yep.
Good pass to the fullback on that play, John.
And don't be surprised if they look in his direction again. He's not just a solid lead blocker. He can hurt you in the passing game, too.
Well.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Solo.
Huh. Well, okay.
Second and 9. Gets the pass off, and
this is going to turn into a big gain. Yep.
The 30.
Gonna get run down by Brad Doss.
Fuck me.
Brad Doss runs that wide receiver down from behind, eh? Wow.
Well, he is like an amazing, amazing player.
Within striking distance here.
Well, I've now officially thrown for 300 yards.
He sees something in the defense. Shields comes in motion.
See, I think this will probably be okay.
The air on 1st down. With the throw.
Well, it'll be good for an incomplete anyway.
That brings up 2nd down. 5th play of this drive.
Kind of surprised they lined up in man lock on the play immediately after the play where they got severely burned by it, right?
Gaffney with a man in motion. Dropping back, looking for an option, throwing, turns, he has it. Rogers pulls him down at the 8. Gaffney throws that pass for a gain of 7. 3rd and 3.
This team has been putting up good numbers inside the 20 here today.
Throwing short to his left. He finds his man.
Yes.
Got something going here.
Yeah, it's been one first down after another. They're putting together a nice-looking drive here.
2 more yards and they'll be in the end zone. So they've had a lot of success so far.
Oh, that looks so rough.
Obviously, to continue that here. Looks like he's changing the play. Hand it off to the fullback.
Well, made it in through the middle.
Yeah, in some of these situations, all it takes is for somebody to tackle you over, right?
Well, the thing is, when they shifted the line there, because I had the toss called, it looks good, but then when they pull those corners in and they give you like an extra man,
Then it looks bad.
then it looks bad, right? Because then they had an extra guy lined up on the outside on each side, right?
And it's up. The extra point attempt is good.
Now it's going to turn into a shootout after starting off as a defensive battle, right?
The home team.
Oh, I don't know about that. Knock on not wood.
Yeah.
Good distance. From the 7-yard line to the 20. Tigers will start the drive from the 22. So they have 1st and 10 here, giving some cushion on the outside. The quarterback lines up with 2 backs behind him. No one is going to be able to catch him. Abraham makes the tackle.
Well, if he didn't make it, I'd try.
Connell is closing in on 100 yards rushing. 2nd and 2.
Just lets you know how little they've run in the second half so far.
Yeah.
Ford.
I'm pretty sure they were getting close to 100 yards rushing before.
Oh, boy.
Taylor.
Yeah, you were kind of playing that with a bit too much of a cushion there, buddy.
She's good for a first
If he can
down.
juke you or spin you after he catches the pass, your cushion might be too big.
Receiver doesn't have to break down.
Well, especially when they're running a curl pattern like that. I mean, that guy stood still for a couple of seconds too, right? And that really
Face
shouldn't.
mask.
Yeah, that really shouldn't happen.
Talk about your
You know, if a receiver runs a curl and then turns around and just stops, the defender nearest to him should crowd right up behind him, right?
Should, yep. And you see them do that all the time. But sometimes they just don't.
And end up with a handful of face masks.
Well, that time he just didn't. There, see, that's the outside guy that's unblocked, right?
Yeah, containing things.
Yep.
And a pickup of about 2. They have to reach the 44 to convert. Can't figure this one out, but they just backed up their corners and safeties, even though they probably see a run here. Going to the left.
Yeah, stopped them on the toss. Now they're going to go on 4th and inches, though.
Sixth play of this drive. 1 yard to go. Connell, the deep man.
Oh, that was so close.
That's about as good of a play as I can make, okay?
Yeah.
I can't play that any better. My takeoff from the line there was absolutely perfect, right?
Yeah, but if that had been us on offense, they would have called it short.
Gets the face off.
Right.
It's usually a good
It would have been marked a
call.
yard shorter than it was.
He's got some of the best hands in the league. He'll catch just about anything he can get to. I think he's most effective when they really need to kick.
I think your strategy of doubling up on Manley is working out, though, right? Because occasionally they get a pass to one of the guys on the left side, but I think that you taking away that receiver is what's probably prompting them to run a little bit more, too, right?
Possibly, yeah.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. With the pass,
Ooh, got a big hit on him there.
Well, the left tackle there decided he was going to jump outside and block the outside rush guy for some reason.
Yeah, well, that's what happens, though. I talked about, devising pass rush patterns that confuse the tackle on the one side or the other. And you have a different method to do it, but you are also able to do it sometimes, right?
Now there's Manley outrunning the coverage on the deep crossing route.
Yep.
And the thing is, everything they called has worked. Even when it hasn't worked, it still worked.
Within scoring distance. The corners move up to play this one tight.
There's always got to be drama, though, right?
Oh. Get into the end zone. Dumps this one off to the right. Bird makes the tackle at the 12. Ford will be looking at second down now after that pass picks up 5 yards. $12 yards needed to get into the end zone.
Yeah, what are they coming out in?
Connell, the lone back, under pressure.
Ah, man. We've got double coverage on that guy, and we still can't stop him.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be whoever gets the ball last is going to win kind of game now. Because this has devolved into a shootout here in the second half.
It just seems like nothing I can do can stop him anymore. Right? They kind of just march the ball down out there at will, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Edwards, he's back for the kickoff as we take a quick glance at his return numbers. Nice kick, plenty of distance. From the 12.
Well, at least this game has had, not too much cheese in it so far.
First and 10.
Okay, this is that nickel thing where if I move this guy out, they're going to move that other guy back to the other side.
Yeah, because they're probably blitzing him.
They'll pass on first down. Pass is left.
And then he's going to drop the ball. Yeah,
that's got to be one of the first or second drop this game?
No, it's his second or third.
I think it's his second. But we rely on him. We can't have him dropping passes now at a point like this.
Well,
no, you don't have time.
Damn it!
Should have stuck with the first audible.
Before the play clock expires. It's second down and 10 to go.
I don't know, man. I think that those guys should definitely move more quickly to their new positions. Like, they should sprint to their new positions.
Chases him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
I'll tell you, he's one of the most knowledgeable defenders in the league.
When you call an audible, it should be like they're using the sprint button to get there, right?
Johnson comes in motion, calling an audible now. Looking downfield, doesn't get much behind it. With the adjustment, Rogers records the stop at the 36.
Huh, okay.
About a yard to go. Bennett in motion.
Oh boy, we got to depend on that guy.
Dropping back. Gets rid of it.
No, thank God he caught it.
That turned out to be a big play again.
This is just a great play to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. I I mean, it's fourth down. They got one last shot to do it, and they do it perfectly.
Oh, boy.
Decent run.
They didn't give me much for it, though. See what a crappy spot I got there? I'm pretty sure I did better than 3 yards on that.
The more he gets the ball, the better he does. So I'd expect to see him get quite a few touches here as the game winds down.
Tigers come out in a nickel package. Johnson, the man in motion. Drops back with the throw.
Go Hutchinson. Go Hutchinson.
Caffrey makes the play at the 17-yard line.
Hutchinson wants a ring.
And this is the 7th play. This time. They're in field goal range. So they're now inside the 20 and down by 3.
Yeah, that was a big play there.
Surveying the field. Throws on the run. Rogers takes him down at the 12-yard line. So they have 12 yards to go for a touchdown.
I can let the clock run out to 2 minutes here. I think I will. Because the temptation here, it looks like they're giving up a score, right? And the temptation there is to run this play, but I know if I score with enough time for them to actually get the ball back for a minute or so,
they'll probably score.
They're going to score back on us. So what I need to do here is try my best to score a touchdown and not leave them any time.
Second and 5.
Because that seems to be an AI tactic that's kind of, a little bit cheesy too. Is, like when they're in this position, they'll let you score really quick, and then they'll come back and they'll score back on you, right?
Drops back, gets the pass off, and he hits his target. Mitchell with the stop at the 3. This offense having no trouble moving the ball on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is having a lot of trouble stopping. They can't seem to key on what they're doing and put an end to this drive.
So I'm going to try and burn up as much of the clock as I can here.
Tosses it right. They'll go with the run once again. Doss.
Holding.
Oh, that's timely, isn't it?
The worst part is that stops the clock.
Yeah. That kind of thing is when the referee, somebody should shoot him on the way out of the stadium, right? The referee is doing his best to decide this game now, right?
Might be able to throw a flat pass.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to try.
Dropping back, throwing. He finds his man. No trouble making that catch.
That's what these receivers are always looking for. A soft coverage or a hole in the zone where they can break free and wait for the pass to get there.
Ball on the 5-yard line. And this is the 10th play of this drive. A little over a minute left. Directing traffic.
There's always some adversity that has to be overcome, right?
Hands it off to the fullback. T makes the play at
Okay.
the 4. Gain of about
We got 2 timeouts. I'm going to spend a timeout now.
Gaffney stops the clock with that timeout. Four more yards to the end zone. Johnson, the motion man. Drops back. Surveying the field. This pass is incomplete.
Okay. Well, I guess we're kicking the field goal.
Look at the big old defensive
That
line.
penalty, though, the referee decides the outcome of the game with that penalty, right? If he doesn't call that penalty, we probably win this game.
And it's on its way. The try is good. John, another tight game that figures to go right down to the wire.
Yeah, both of these teams.
And that's pretty cheap, right? That was a very, very badly timed penalty.
It was, yeah.
And that's going to decide the winner.
Good kick, should be returnable. From the 6-yard line to the 20. The defense gave up a touchdown on the last series.
But I guess that's that field goal choice that I made earlier, right?
Corners are moving up to press the receivers. Looks like he's changing the play. Pull back handoff. Abraham with the stop at the 29. This fullback is very difficult to bring down, and he also has some pretty good moves.
Yeah,
I think we're going to be going to overtime.
One of the roughest training regimens that I've ever heard about. You know how hard Jerry Rice has always worked out, right? Well, these guys might be right there with him. They lift weights, they run on treadmills, climb walls, you name it, they do it.
Yep, it's overtime. Because of the referee, right?
Super Bowl overtime.
Yep, because of the referee. We won the toss. I think we need to receive now.
Edwards gets set to return the kickoff as we take a look at his stats. It's on its way. From the 6 to the 20.
You're going to cover that with two hands.
The home team will start the drive from the 24. So we have 1st and 10 here. Gaffney with a man in motion. Throwing on 1st down. Looking downfield, throwing. He hits his receiver. Madden catches a floater for the 1st down.
And it's a good thing he caught it. You don't want
good way to start.
Passes that are sure 1st
Yep.
down.
He's got 100 yards. That wide receiver.
Looks like he's changing the play. Shields moves in motion. Drops back with the pass.
Good job, Shields.
The 50. They throw it and pick up a 2nd consecutive 1st down.
Well, when you start to establish something, you want to keep it going until the defense finds a way to stop you.
See, he's got 51 yards too, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Calling an audible. Gaffney sends a man in motion. Calling an audible now. Throwing. And the catch is made.
Well, him or Hutchinson could have done either one.
On that one, his 3rd reception of the game.
Well, mostly I just wanted to get rid of the ball without getting sacked. And
directing traffic.
have to watch out on this one, but
On the run. He hits his receiver.
Made the catch.
Records the tackle at the 30. Gaffney will be facing a 3rd down now after that pass, and that's 6. 5th play of this drive. 1 yard to go. Gaffney with a man in motion. Throws on the move. Perfect throw.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
runs over the tackle and gets it.
I told you, man. Hutchinson wants his ring.
Yeah, well,
Offense is clicking.
that was a big play because I misread that coverage. because they were playing the flat really hard there, right?
Looks like he's changing the play. Shields.
Well, Hutchinson is like the best player on the offense for a reason.
Dropping back to pass on first down. Slings it out to the left. He's at the 20.
And that's a face mask.
Yep, I'll take that.
11-yard line.
You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to run the ball once to get it a little closer, and then I'm just going to bang the field goal through.
And goal to go.
Once I can get to the point where I'm pretty sure I can pooch kick it through the uprights. I'm not even going to play for the touchdown here. I just want to get the 3.
This one is handed off. He records the stop at the 4-yard line.
Okay, we're at the 4.
Yep.
Should I try and get a little closer?
You know, you've got like extra downs here. You might as well keep going.
So it's second and goal.
Yeah, so long as I don't lose a yard or have a fumble or something stupid like that. Right? Wouldn't that be something?
Going to the right. Tucks it away.
Or you'll get a touchdown.
We'll score a touchdown.
Perfect run in that type of situation.
It sure was. His lineman created a little
There,
room.
we just won.
Back just slammed right in there and got past the goal line.
Just like that. Overtime.
A lot of fun.
Right on.
Great time and less than one touchdown
Yikes.
in the margin of victory.
Yeah. High five for that one.
Yeah, that was all up to you, man. I don't know, in the second half there, when they got their second win there, whatever they were doing, I just couldn't stop them, it seemed like. They just became unstoppable.
Well, you know what? I managed to get some big passing plays in the second half, like just out of nowhere, right?
Yep. Well, and I guess you showed how important the field goal methodology can be, right?
Hey, it's just math. That's what it is. And especially when you're playing in a close game, you do the math and you just do what you think, what mathematically is going to give you the best chance, right?
Yep. But you also had to make a couple of fourth down conversions in this game, too. It was not easy.
In our end of the field, too, both of them. Right?
Yeah.
Wow, I threw for 459 yards.
Wow.
That's a big passing game. Even in the CFL, that's a big passing game.
That's a big passing game anywhere.
Yeah. But anyway.
Let's take a look at them stats.
Well, we did manage to get 30 yards on the ground.
Fuck. Yeah, well, like I said before, though, right? These guys are relentlessly tough against the run, even when they ease up on it.
Yeah, they are. And we did lose that one fumble when I got, like, that sack fumble, which was kind of rough. But
yeah, and for most of this game until the second half, they had more time of possession than we did.
Yep.
But it's really, really, really tough to stop those guys for an extended length of time.
Yeah, well, I think that you on offense, you have to be able to score points against teams like this, right?
Yep.
You can't depend on entirely a defensive game. Look at that 48-yard pass. Yeah, so I didn't really run the ball very much. Johnson made yards when it really counted, and so did Rotolo.
You still handed the ball off 17 times, though.
Yeah, I guess, eh? And then, of course, 2 runs for minus 10 yards.
Yeah, I think one of those was the botched handoff, and I don't know what the other one was.
Yeah, one of those was the botched handoff. So there you go. Edwards actually had a busy day today, too, catching 9 passes. Hutchinson caught 8.
Yep.
And Bennett caught 5 passes for 100 yards. So look at that, eh? He had that 48-yard one, though, where the defender missed.
Yep. Yeah, this whole season was with our modified slider set to make it harder on us, where we had the debuffed offense.
Yeah. Yeah, all the sliders were set to 9, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, but look at that. We had 8 drop passes and 4 of them were dropped by Johnson.
Yeah, win a Super Bowl with 8 drop passes. But yeah, I don't know. Johnson was just not a reliable pair of hands this game, although I guess he ended up catching a few when you needed him.
Yeah. And yeah, this guy though, Bennett, he was the big cheese today.
Yeah, he's the hands of glue guy.
Yep. But yeah, and Hutchinson made a couple of, even though he didn't get a lot of yardage, when he made a couple of big plays there, right? Because that last one that made the first down there, that was him all by himself.
Yep.
Well, Jimmy Taylor got 10 tackles. And Otto got 7 tackles and a sack, and Freeborg got shut out. Wow.
He still got 7 tackles and a tackle for a loss, though.
Yep.
But yeah, it was very difficult to try to sack them because he's a very mobile quarterback back there. And he also likes to throw the ball away right quick.
Yeah, well, and not only that, but he was getting really good protection most of the time, too. Like, you only really got a couple of hits on him in the game, even. But you did knock down 5 passes. We were 2 for 2 for field goals. You got to take those short field goals too when they're inside the 5 like that.
Yep.
And so there you go. You had, yeah, okay. So here we go. There's the Tigers. And Cecil Ford had a 110 quarterback rating. Completed 64% of his passes for 210 yards. Yeah, and Connell got 80 yards on the ground, but you did manage to contain him for the most part, right?
Yeah, less than 3 yards a carry.
Yeah, this guy here, the second string guy, he must have been in just subbing in when this guy was tired or something.
He's only got 2 attempts.
Yeah, but he's the one that got the 2 long runs, right? He had both of his runs were 20 plus yards.
And then Clement is their fullback.
Yeah. But they had a pretty balanced attack, though, right? Like 28 passes versus 31 rushing attempts.
Yeah, they ran the ball more than they passed.
Yeah. They only had 1 drop pass in the entire game. But this is a big one right here, and I think that your strategy for doing that, I mean, it may have allowed other players on their offense to
catch and move the ball.
To get more touches. But taking this guy out of the game really, I think, was an important thing to do.
Yeah,
right?
I think so too.
Because,
basically, he didn't get a chance to get a bomb off.
Yeah, because any time that we've played these guys before with other teams, even teams better than the Magicians, when you get burned for one of those long sideline passes, it's invariably that guy, and he's just outrun everybody. Right?
Yeah, well, I just didn't want to give up a big play in the Super Bowl here.
And you can't play
And I was trying to do different things here, too, because, I was hoping maybe I'd get an interception or something if I played more zone defense. So I played a lot of zone defense today, which is very uncharacteristic of me. Yeah. And I don't know if that helped or not, or if it, made them alter their game plan or not.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it worked. Okay?
Barely.
You managed to hang in there and keep us in the game when we needed it. And like I said, you didn't give up any big plays.
Well, see, I was trying the man-lock press thing or even the man-lock and pull everybody off thing, but some of their receivers are just so fast that it just doesn't matter if you have a man on them or not. Yeah,
well, that was what I was going to say. With Manley, I mean, you can't play...
You can't press him.
You can't play a big enough cushion to be, not have your secondary beaten by him either.
That's right.
You'd have to line everybody up on the goal line, basically. They're at their 24, and you've got 2 guys standing on our goal line, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, Brad Doss got 9 tackles, so he was everywhere. And that's against a offense that, was very, very pass heavy too, right?
Yep.
He's not making those tackles on running plays.
He's making them on pass plays.
He's chasing down receivers and tackling them, right?
Yep.
So, and then the cornerback, the strong safety, and the other corner, and the free safety. So, yeah, that's pretty typical of when I'm not running the ball, when I'm throwing a lot.
Yeah, well, I suspect Brad Doss might even single-handedly be the reason why the Tigers are so damn tough against the run.
Yeah, I think so. He is definitely their best defensive player, I think.
Well, he was the best player on the team according to the roster that we checked at the start of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes me wish that we could have a middle linebacker like him. But anyway, and then they had the left end there forcing the fumble, and then the cornerback who picked it up. But at least he didn't score a touchdown on it anyway.
Yep.
That was lucky too, right? That could have made the difference in the game. Anyway, there you go. It was really close. We almost lost this game.
Yeah, that was a squeaker.
Yeah. Well, even the conference title game was a squeaker too, right? But again, it's this numbers game. You kick those field goals when you can. Rec V5X.
Well, I'm just glad we managed to get through that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess now we can relax a little bit because the next time when we come back, we'll be playing in the Pro Bowl.
Indeed.
And that's typically the time when we trade hats.
Yep.
So we'll get to see a first look at my defense, I guess. Although I suppose we've been seeing it a little bit. We've posted a couple of games with the Crusaders new season. But anyway, the player of the game is Benjamin Gaffney. And I don't know how you would throw for 459 yards and not be the player of the game. But
he managed.
Yeah, that's quite the upset. I didn't think we were going to be able to go all the way and win the Super Bowl with this team.
Yeah, I know. Well, you were like, oh, poo-poo.
Yeah. However, that being said, this was one of the hardest Super Bowl runs I remember doing.
Yeah, this was an extremely, extremely hard-fought season, really.
Yeah. So,
and again, maybe those new sliders had something to do with it, too.
For sure, I think they did. Because I don't remember ever having to fight so hard, even against the all Madden teams to win a game.
Yeah, or win the Super Bowl in overtime. Like, damn.
Yeah. Well, that was quite the finish. Anyway, I guess we'll be back in a little more relaxed venue next time.
Indeed.
So until then.
I'm Rec V5.
And I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.